I'm Sarah Serby, and welcome to this morning's broadcast of NRA Today. In this week's episode, we will be delving into the history of the NRA and its effect it has presently on the United States. We will be joined by reporter Kristen Hearn, as well as a special guest and official longtime NRA member. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. The NRA is a nonprofit organization that advocates for gun rights and the protection of the Second Amendment. The NRA was founded by Union veterans William C. Church and General George Wingate in New York in 1871. Wingate and Church were disappointed in the lack of skills their troops had in shooting firearms, so they established the NRA with the goal to promote and encourage rifle shooting on a scientific basis. Today, their CEO is Wayne Robert LaPierre Jr., an American author and gun rights advocate. Their headquarters are in Fairfax, Virginia, where they defend their Second Amendment rights and educate America on firearms. They have 4.5 million proud members across the United States. The NRA offers many membership services, including $5,000 of accidental death and dismemberment coverage for annual members and $10,000 for life members, as well as $2,500 of armed force coverage. However, the most important benefit is the defense of their constitutional right to keep and bear arms. And now, over to Kristen with some more information on this organization and an interview with an official member of the NRA.
Thanks, Sarah. We're here today with longtime NRA member John Hearn. John, how are you doing today?
Doing fine.
And how long have you been an NRA member?
For 35 years.
And why did you become a member of the NRA?
I enjoy sport shooting. I used to hunt, and NRA has done a good job with firearms education. When I purchased my first gun, this one, the salesman asked if I wanted to join, and I joined.
And are there any issues in which you disagree with the NRA stance?
The only thing that I disagree with is on their background check issue. They don't want background checks, and I think anyone with a criminal and or mental health issue should not be able to get a firearm, and that you'd have to check for. So that's it.
Thank you.
What a lovely interview. The NRA are not only opposed to expanding the background check system at the federal and state level, as we learned with my interview with John. They are also opposed to the registration of guns, the regulation of ammunition, and they oppose the regulation of assault rifles, specifically the number of rounds that can be present within a magazine. The NRA are huge supporters of Americans' Second Amendment right to bear arms. The NRA supports many efforts to preserve and promote America's rich hunting heritage at the federal, state, and local levels.
The Institute for Legislative Action is the lobbying arm of the NRA. It is committed to preserving the right of all law-abiding individuals to purchase, possess, and use firearms for legitimate purposes as guaranteed by the Second Amendment in the U.S. Constitution. The NRA has supported legislation such as the National Firearms Act of 1934, the Federal Firearms Act of 1938. The NRA supported elements of the Gun Control Act of 1968, which forbid the sale of firearms to convicted criminals and the mentally ill. They also supported the Protection of Lawful Commerce in Arms Act of 2005 and the Disaster Recovery Personal Protection Act of 2006. The NRA has opposed legislation such as the Federal Assault Weapons Ban of 1994 and the Assault Weapons Ban of 2013. The NRA gives substantially more to the Republican Party. Some presidential candidates they have endorsed have been Mitt Romney in 2012. In the 2016 election, they have been supporting Rick Santorum, Rick Perry, Ted Cruz, and Carly Fiorina. The NRA donated to John McCain's campaign in the 2008 election and to Mitt Romney's campaign in the 2012 election. McCain received $500,000 in soft money from the NRA, while Romney received $1.8 million in soft money from the NRA. In 2010, the NRA supported Carly Fiorina in the California senatorial race.
If you would like to join the NRA, visit membership.nrahq.org.